Good.
Good. Yeah, you go first. Yeah. Absolutely.
Molly, I am ER vet tech. I did a couple years in general practice before moving to ER. I have a bachelor's in animal science. When I graduated from college, I mean, the goal was to like be a vet naturally, and but I didn't want to go right into vet school. So 4 more years of school made me want to.
Right.
So I got a job at a general practice. Did that for a couple years. Kind of lost my spark and passion for vet med, and then I went into ER, and it kind of resparked it. I think I just have a better or the personality for ER, I guess.
Mhm.
I like the chaos and I like not having to be like constrained by like appointment times.
Mhm.
I feel like that part was like the most stressful.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, ER is less stressful.
Okay. Okay, that is crazy.
But
That's a hot take.
yeah,
That's
I'm
a
sure
hot
that is a
take.
hot take for a lot of people. But like, there's no time constraints. Like, people are there for literally hours for
Yeah.
doing all stuff, and that's just kind of expected.
Yeah. That's
So,
true, I guess. That's true, I guess. So I have worked general practice for about 6.5 years and recently moved into relief teching. Now what that is basically you work where you're needed when you're needed. I'm working a lot of shelter medicine recently, which has been a really, really different,
yeah.
very different game than GP or even ER, of course.
Mhm.
Now, the GPs I've worked at kind of did ER stuff, but I've never worked at it, so I know that that's different. I know that that's a different breed for sure. Because yes, like I've handled emergency
Yeah.
situations, but I don't do it
But you
for
know
12
what?
hours at a time.
But it's also more stressful whenever you're handling emergency stuff in GP because you're not equipped to handle emergency.
Literally, it is. Like, why am I doing chest compressions on that
Yeah.
dental table?
Like, that's what makes it harder, and, like, our hospital is an emergency hospital, so they're
Yeah,
set up for
yeah,
it's way
for sure, for sure. But I do like shelter med. Shelter med is really fun. You have a lot of autonomy, yeah, in what you're doing and the decisions that you're making for these things.
See, I feel like shelter med and ER are more closely related
Than
than
GP
GP.
and ER, for sure,
Yeah,
because GP and ER are
very different.
very different because GP is so structured.
It is very structured, and I feel like I don't know, I just feel like we're more utilized as, like, nurses
Hmm.
in ER and shelter because of that
Absolutely,
autonomy that you have. Like,
absolutely.
you have the autonomy to be, like, to be the advocate for your patient, which is,
Hmm.
like,
Yeah, so you see a lot of fun stuff at the shelter though, which I'm sure you see a lot of fun stuff at ER
I
too.
mean, yeah, I think it's cool and fun to
We named,
navigate.
yeah,
Potato, potato.
we named a litter of kittens after Bob's Burgers characters yesterday,
Oh,
so very excited.
ugh,
Excited.
a lot of kids.
It is kitten season. Oh my God, it's
God,
kitten
it's kids.
season. I had 3 litters yesterday for intake. 3 litters, one feral litter.
I feel like I literally like looked on. I was checking. I worked yesterday. I was checking out the patient, and I was looking on our inpatient board, and there's a stray there right now. Stray kitten.
Yeah,
And there's always a stray kitten. I got rid of two yesterday.
yeah,
Stray kittens. Dallas Animal Services came to pick them up, and then we had one abandoned.
yeah. They fly out the door
Oh
once their
yeah,
stray hold is up. I mean, people loved it, but then you get owner surrender cats in 2 years, so that aren't kittens
yeah.
anymore
True.
and don't fly off the shelf.
That's true. How's the? Have you been working at shelters that like euthanize for space?
Not really. Like we're just not full right now, and I haven't been doing the shelter thing for years and years and years. So I mean, but we're not, I mean, we're full right now, but we've got extra room, if
Mm,
that makes sense.
okay.
So like quarantine rooms and like isolation rooms, decompression rooms, things like that that we can put extra animals in if need be. And there's a whole clinic side that has kennels too, because I'm working at the Denton shelter, which is really nice. It's really nice. So, and they have a lot of really good like standards. They'll euthanize more for behavior than
Yeah.
for space
Yeah.
because there are certain things that won't get.
So like
Yeah, it's the reality of
it
it.
is.
I mean, it's the reality of it is that people don't come in looking for a mean doll. And but it sucks so bad because I would be mean too.
Oh yeah, me too.
I
In a
would be mean too
shelter.
in a shelter.
Yeah.
Like absolutely. We see the worst side of them and then
Oh yeah.
judge them for that. So I hate that for the animal, but it's the reality of the situation.
But I'm also like I don't know, it's probably a hot take too. I'm very like pro euthanasia.
Yeah.
Like I feel very strongly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like even if they're quote unquote healthy, like they're
It's
still
not
so
fun for
no.
them to be
Be in a shelter
stressed
and be in
all the
stress.
time.
Yeah, like that's not a quality of life
No,
either.
no.
Just being in a shelter.
It's not. And like if they're gonna be there long term and they're not gonna get adopted out.
Yeah. And euthanasia is so like quick and
Yeah.
like
Literally means good death.
yeah, I feel so strong.
Yeah.
I feel very strong.
Yes.
That's like my biggest probably PSA to pet owners is like euthanize your dog sooner.
Yeah, sooner than you think because it's okay if you've still got good days. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing if you've still got good days. It's not you don't have to wait until every day is bad.
Yeah, like that's not fair.
It's not fair at all because you wouldn't want every day to be a bad day.
That's why I euthanized my dog on New Year's Day of 2025,
Yeah.
and it was probably like too early by a lot of people.
Yeah, I euthanized a cat probably too early. He was 11 months old, but he had seizures, uncontrollable seizures.
Cats
Like
and seizures.
cats
are,
and
like,
seizures, like that's not normal.
That's not a yeah, that's not a thing.
That's definition of literally not a thing. But so I
Yeah.
mean, I would rather it be too early than too late because when it's
Absolutely.
too late, it's just it's not only a mess like physically, it's
Yeah.
a mess mentally, it's a mess emotionally because that's how you're gonna remember your animal.
Tell people that I've encouraged several clients.
Yeah.
Because they always ask, "Oh, what would you do if you?"
What would you do? I hate that
I
question.
I hate it, but I also love it.
Yeah. Like
And-
I feel like
And
what would I do?
Right.
Me?
But I also feel like very passionate about euthanasia in general.
Mhm.
And like, I'll be honest with you, like, and I did. I was like, he's this dog. He had cancer everywhere. He kept getting like a fusion in his chest and just getting like therapeutic.
Yeah.
He was like 15, I think,
Right.
And this lady, she's crying in the exam room, and she asked, what would you do? And I was like, I'll be so honest. I think he's tired, and he's telling you he's tired of that.
Yeah.
And I think that euthanizing him today would.
Yeah. Sometimes it is the kindest option.
Yeah. And she
Sometimes
did, and she called back a couple days later, like thanking me. And whenever they came to get their ashes, she like shook my hand, gave me a hug,
Yeah.
and I was like, I know it's not easy. Like you're never gonna be ready, but like he's ready.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to.
Yeah.
That's your friend.
That's your sign.
Yeah. And that's like literally your whole job as a pet owner is to like take care of them.
Right.
Their entire life.
Right. For sure.
And to like
For
make
sure.
their life as easy as feasible.
Right. For
So,
sure.
yeah. I don't know. ER's fun. You should dabble in the dark.
Kinda I thought about it because there are shifts that I could pick up that are ER shifts at Denton County.
Yeah.
But
They pay better.
it's scary.
That's normal. I feel like my biggest piece
I
of
feel like once I
advice-
worked one, I would be
Yeah.
fine.
you have to get over the anxiety of it.
Yeah.
And I tell people, like new people that get hired over, I'm like, the biggest thing is I don't care what you know. You need to know what you know and be able to tell people what you do and don't know.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because I can teach you skills.
Right.
I can't teach you I can't teach you if you don't know that you don't know that.
Right.
You need to be honest. You don't know how
Yeah.
to do something for like
For sure.
little
Questions are
lives.
never a bad thing.
Yeah, and like don't try to do something that you aren't confident in.
Right.
Like these are lives that we're dealing with.
Right.
Like
It's a little trickier.
yeah, it's also I literally had this conversation with a new hire the other day. I was like, it also takes a little bit of the stress away when they're like really critical and you're like,
Mhm.
it's gonna be awful. You might want to cut this out. But like, you're not gonna make it. We were talking about CPR in particular, and I was like, girl, let me tell you, you're not gonna make them any better. They come in dead.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing
That's
CPR.
why we're doing CPR. That's the reason. And honestly, like
It takes the stress a little.
it kind of does. It kind of does when you know that the outcome is probably not going to be good.
Yeah, and I still treat every CPR like we're gonna
Like
get
it,
that
like
thing
we're
back.
gonna
Yeah.
get it back.
Because
Absolutely.
that's just like how my brain works. Like, I
Yeah.
still do everything.
That's how your
that
brain
I
should
can.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna do everything I can, but like it's not to sound harsh, but like it's no skin off my back. They don't make it. They came in dead.
Mhm.
They were already not with us.
Yeah. They were
So-
already not in the room.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like I feel bad for the owners.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I can't imagine doing CPR in front of the owners, and I know that's something that y'all do.
It is. I don't know. This is my only emergency experience, so I don't know how it is in other places, but I think that I don't know. I find it's more helpful. Owners like seeing what we're doing,
Yeah.
so it makes more sense. One, my hospital like doesn't really charge for CPR most of the time.
Yeah.
If we do though, these owners just saw every single member of the staff come over to their pet and work to save them,
Yeah.
so it makes the price a little
more valuable. Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, this took every single person in the hospital
Yeah.
to accomplish.
Right.
And it does. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Critical situation does.
Yeah, and-
Absolutely.
I think that they're way more appreciative. And their owners are normally the first people to like move out of the way.
Yeah.
They're like, let me step away.
Yeah.
I'll be here around, but like let me step away. I'll do what you need to do.
Do you miss like new puppy appointments?
Occasionally I'm like, after a long day, I'm like, I would kill for a fucking
Like just a puppy.
16-week wellness.
Yes, that's
Like-
16-week wellness.
Oh
Like
my
they're gonna
God.
get their rabies, they're legal, oh,
and then go home.
and they're healthy.
Yeah.
No vaccine reaction.
I do miss like healthy dogs sometimes, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think my brain is so
Visit to a healthy visit even
Yeah.
in GP, but
Yeah.
I do appreciate the puppy visits and things like that
It's a
sprinkled
nice
in there.
Yeah, it's a
It's
nice
a nice
break
break,
from
breather.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is, but
from the gloom and doom.
yes.
Uh,
But that
because
also brings it back to, like, the scheduling of GP is, like,
yeah,
because 'cause you're just like, bam, 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 you don't have a time to breathe.
mhm,
Uh, and, like, emergency, if you had a hard case, like, I can tell my team, "Hey, I'm gonna go take a minute."
yeah,
And they're like, "Yeah, dude,
yeah,
I need to do. I get it." And it's still, like, I don't know, I can still have that, like, break in there.
yeah. In the day and
Yeah.
the schedule.
And
Right,
then some days are harder than others. Some days I feel like the grit paper and I do
right,
but, like,
right.
you know? But, I mean, it's also kind of part of the job. You get so numb to it, and it's awful, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
I signed up for it. Like, I knew that I was gonna have to deal with euthanasias and death and grief whenever I decided to go into this field, and it still, like, goes back to my mindset of
it is.
like,
It is. And it's one that we should be more willing to offer in a lot of
it
cases.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. We had a dog in yesterday that somebody brought in, and it was her I probably actually can't say this. I'm gonna tell you about it, but cut this out. She brought the dog to the shelter. She'd had the dog for 13 years. That is
That's
abhorrent.
that's disgusting. How do you keep a straight face whenever somebody's, like, handing over their pet that they've had for 13 years and you don't
I don't actually have to say anything.
you don't get to I would have been like, "You're
They
doing what?"
they don't have to tell me. They tell the front desk why they're dropping off the pet, and like they talk to the front desk
Yeah.
about their reasoning for dropping off the pet, or if it's a stray, if they just found the dog, then that's one thing. But if
Yeah.
if it's an under surrender, then they have to have a reason. But they tell all that to the front desk, so I don't have to keep a poker face because they don't
Yeah.
tell me those
Yeah.
things. They tell the front desk, and then the front desk tells me, and I'm like,
And you're like, "They did what?"
but for sure, it's crazy. Like you'll have people bring in a dog that they've had since their kid was a baby, and like
And the kids were
yeah, and the kid's grown, and the kid's like crying in the
Yeah.
lobby, and you're like, okay, bye.
It's like,
Like, let me go take your dog and
I just, like,
put it back there.
genuinely can't think of a single reason.
Can't either. People will be like, I'm moving and I can't find somewhere else to move.
Simply not an option.
Like,
We're looking for places,
right.
and I'm like, if they don't allow pets,
Then it's
not
not
an
an option because we have pets. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make
Oh.
sense to me. And I don't know. There are key circumstances, that I do unfortunately understand the rehoming or the surrender of a pet. But there
Yeah.
are a lot of circumstances in which case I'm like, this is clown shoes. Like, why are you giving me your dog over this? Your poor dog. Your dog's watching them walk out the door. I'm like,
And they're just like,
it's just, yeah, it's a
God,
lot. It is a lot. And like watching that dog yesterday, watch his owner walk out the door. He wanted to go with her so bad. And I was like, bro. And then I had to go microchip a 15-year-old dog. Like, because we have to microchip everything for identification
yeah,
purposes.
yeah.
But like, it felt so stupid. I'm like, yeah.
You're
Like,
microchipping this ancient.
You don't
like,
need
reborn.
this. You don't need this. It went right through the skin. I was like, oh
Obviously, yeah.
God, is it in? Like, I don't know.
Just
But
microchip the fur.
like literally, it's so crazy. Microchipping anything is crazy, but microchipping a senior pet, I'm like, oh my Lord, it feels illegal.
Yeah.
If the animal is under a pound or over 13 years old, I don't want to do
I
it.
couldn't even like doing it on any awake day.
Yeah.
Whenever I worked GP, we would pretty much only do microchips whenever they went under.
I mean, you really advocate for that because it's the more comfortable option. But in
Oh,
shelter med, we obviously
I
don't
know.
have that luxury. Everything gets microchipped as soon as it comes in the.
I mean, that's a good. Yeah, they need to be, but
Yeah,
they just make it
especially I hate kittens.
Oh.
Like microchipping kittens.
Oh.
The worst.
the needles as big as that.
I know they don't care.
No,
They
not
hate
at all.
they
I
hate
care.
the I care a lot more than they care. They
Yeah.
hate the oral stuff more than they
Yeah.
hate the
The
microchip.
giant needle being
Yeah,
stabbed into their
no, they're
skin.
like the pyrantel. Miss me with that.
It tastes like banana. Yeah, and they spit it out of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I leave every shift with pyrantel and panicure all over.
Oh my God. One time I had to dose panicure or whatever, and some of one of my bitch ass coworkers didn't put the fucking lid on.
No.
So I went to shake it everywhere. Everywhere.
And that shit is so chalky.
It's so chalky.
And it just
It does
stains.
stains like so I just had white liquid
No.
all over my throat.
Yeah.
I mean I have learned I keep a backup pair.
See, I've said for 6.5 years that I'm going to, but I
Yeah.
don't ever.
I have to. I find it much more necessary in emergency than
That makes sense.
yeah. Because I mean I had a dog just had melena right
Yeah.
in my shoe. So then I put my shoes in the washer and just walked around with like surgery booties on my
Yeah.
feet and the rest of the shit.
Yeah.
And he did it again, and I was just like, I have too many fluids on me.
I love a good shower, after shift
Girl,
shower.
my best friend, her and her husband have a rule. If she gets 3 or more fluids on her during the day, they get to order DoorDash. There was one day we worked, it was like 10 a.m. She was like, I already have 3 fluids and I've already texted my husband. He said, that's good for you. Yeah, good for you. I got peed on yesterday by a leptocyst. Lepto is one of the like zoonotic diseases, so it can be passed
We
to
can get
humans.
it.
Yeah, it can be passed to humans, and the urine is the thing you don't want on you. It's I guess passed.
Yeah.
So we did a witness test, like an in-house test, and it was negative. So I'm hopeful that it'll be negative. But the full PCR is still pending.
Yeah. Right.
So don't know. He had horrible kidney failure, like so bad. He had like oral ulcers when they were.
He's still with us.
You know, I was told that he was. So okay, the owners desperately wanted to try so that they could live with themselves. So we're like, okay.
Yeah.
I did a blood transfusion on him yesterday because his PCB was also 11%.
Perfect.
And he spent 24 hours in hospital on fluids and stuff. I texted the doctor this morning that they were euthanizing him. And I was like, okay, like, yes, that needed to happen good for him, but also, like, I had a little bit of hope that I spent all this dog. And that's the patient I was looking at in my computer earlier, and it looked like they took him home.
Wish they wouldn't have done
I
that.
wish they wouldn't have done that. Hopefully, they'll be scheduling an in-home euthanasia ASAP. And you know what? That's also a big takeaway from being an emergency is like ignorance is bliss. I'm gonna tell myself that's exactly what they're doing,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
I don't know what
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know.
You can't care more than they do.
Literally, oh my God, I say that all the time. Like I cannot care more than
I
these
can't
doctors.
be
I
honest
wouldn't
with.
be able to do this job if I did,
Yeah.
and I simply can't. Like I'm not gonna fight because we're an emergency. We're in Dallas. We're expensive. It also like our layout, the company, like we pay for people pay for the trim, the fat of it all. You know, like being able to stay with your pet or whatever. So, anyways, we're expensive, and owner's like, well, I don't have money for that. I'm like, what do you want me to do about it?
Right.
Okay,
I don't either.
like, yeah, me either. Yeah, and I told them I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't. Me either. Here's our financing options,
Right.
which I know is not great either.
Right.
But and it's not even something expensive, you know. Like I'll show them an estimate for like make my dog vomit to make something stupid, and they're like, "Let's don't have any money for this." But also, why did you come here?
Right. What did you think we were
Why did
gonna do for free 99?
And like my hospital, the company, like we will discount a lot of
Yeah. Yeah.
and we'll do a lot of stuff for free. But like it's just still the principle, like the goal to go into a place of business.
With the 0.
Yeah, it's just a little crazy. A little crazy. I mean, I get it. I can't afford our prices.
Right.
I only have vet care for my pet because I could like pay off and I get paid back.
Yeah.
Even that.
Sure.
Yeah. Cool. How long has it been? I'll just tell the story. Okay. So it was I remember it was a busy Saturday. Not like too far into my ER career, maybe like a year and a half in. Like I don't know, I still have a lot. So this was maybe one of my first like more critical cases that I got. He was attacked by a dog and he had a flail chest. So he had broken ribs and every time he breathed in, his chest would kind of cave in, for lack of a better term. So you could like see it every time he breathed. And he had like maybe a penetrating chest wound, definitely a penetrating chest wound. But he came in screaming in pain, screaming every time you touched him. He was screaming. I was with a doctor that like is really passionate about pain management. Thank God. So we got him on like a fentanyl syrup, lidocaine. I think we gave him to like some good medication, and he was still like crying every time you moved him. So our goal was to stabilize, and he had a penetrating wound, so he would have to go to specialty to kind of get that taken care of. But obviously, our goal was to stabilize and control pain, so that transfer would be more easier on him.
Yeah.
And I had him hospitalized for the day, and we finally got his pain under control. And I went to his cage, like do treatment, whatever, and he got up on his own and put his little paws on my chest and like nuzzled me for love. I think I cried. I was like, oh my God, because he came in like you couldn't even touch it.
Yeah.
It was so painful, and even in like I don't know a few short hours after like a horrible day, like for him to crawl to me for like love and attention.
Yeah, it makes it worth it.
It makes it worth
It
it.
makes it worth it when the animal realizes what you're doing.
Yeah. They're like, oh, you're here to
Help me.
help me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. And
For
he did
sure.
end up going and getting them. I think he ended up having to have like a long low back.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That is great.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a nice heartwarming.
Yeah, and
I
sometimes it's about meeting them where they're at
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I had a little Yorkie and in GP. It was 2 years ago, and he is newly diagnosed diabetic, and so he's there for a curb, and he was in the kennel just wailing, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
and we had a little sling, and so I carried him around the whole day.
Yep.
And we sent a picture to his owner, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you're such a blessing," and things like that make it worth it too,
Yeah.
like whenever the owner's really appreciative.
That reminds me of a pet we had at GP. Frequent flyer. He was a Westie, 15, blind, deaf, diabetic, pushing weight, and something else, I think. I don't even know. I think he had seizures. Oh. So all the things. His owner was a precious British lady, did everything for him.
Yeah.
But he was there. He was never regulated with
Mhm.
So he was there frequently for curves, but he was blind and deaf, so he would sit in the cage staring at the back corner
Yeah.
and just bark
Yeah.
the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And any chance I got, I would just hold him. He would be silent. I would hold him
Yeah.
like a baby, and he would be perfectly silent. He just didn't know where he was. He's
Yeah.
blind and deaf in a cage. He doesn't know
Yeah.
what's happening.
He might as well.
Literally, like, that is a cave for
It's a
him.
cave.
He's just trying to bark to give.
It's only a 1-letter difference.
Yeah, it is true. And yeah, he came in. God, how traumatic! He came into the DOA. Like, I know he had a seizure at home and just died. And
Yeah.
he was in there when he got. I like honestly kind of relieved for the owner.
Yeah.
He was not.
Yeah.
We don't think so. Very.
You know, my favorite are Chihuahuas with heart disease.
Oh, I love a crust.
I love a crusty Chihuahua. If it has heart disease, that's even better.
Yeah, obviously.
That's even better.
They
And
all-
bloated belly.
Oh yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Hair, rough bars.
Yes, on the belly
Oh, yeah,
especially.
yeah.
The belly is like distended a
Yeah,
little bit.
Naked.
Yeah.
Just like Yeah.
The best kind of Chihuahua. The best kind of Chihuahua. I used to work in general practice. She was so shitty. Just
Yeah.
such a shitty little
Yeah.
thing. Such a mean little thing.
Oh, yeah.
But she liked me, and that meant a lot to me. I
Yeah,
was
that
like,
would-
thanks, girl. Thanks, girl. I was very thankful that I was not there for her euthanasia.
my
I was
God.
like, I don't want to see this dog leave this earth. I can't imagine a world without beauty.
See, that's also makes it a little easier in ER and GP in my mind. Is like in GP, you're like building relationships with these pets.
That's my
Years.
favorite.
But then it hurts so much more with.
It does, but that's my favorite part of GP is the
Ah.
relationships.
I mean, it is nice, and there is like you see this pet from it's 8 weeks old. To,
Yeah.
You know, it for its entire life, which is great. But then you have to.
Yeah,
So
that does suck. It
That
does
hurts.
suck, but it sometimes it's like an honor
it
too.
is. I mean, yeah.
You know, if you've cared for that pet for so long,
Yeah.
just to be there for their final moments is really, it's tender.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It makes it a little easier
You're
for
like, I
me in the
still don't like
moment.
it.
Yeah, it makes it
Mhm.
easier for me in the moment. Like I don't have a relationship.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I feel sad for the owner. I know
for
that.
sure. Yeah,
I
for
don't know.
sure.
I think
Yeah,
about especially ER and like in that shape.
yeah.
Respectfully, they need to leave. I had a heartwarming euthanasia. Again, I hadn't been there very long, but this boxer came in as a stat, tail gums. He had a long story short, he had a adrenal mass that was invading his bottle of
Mhm.
and he was fully chemo absent. And we told the owner, like the owner was wealthy, money wasn't really an option, but we told the owners like, hey, I mean, we can do blood transfusions, but it's literally just a band-aid and like no surgery.
Right.
Invading a major blood vessel. So, anyways, he decided to euthanize, and then afterwards, he was a very stoic old man. He like shook my hand and was like, "Thank you." I said, "Thank you." Me, I just euthanized your pet, and he was like had a smile on his face. It was so weird because like he was so grateful for us in that moment, and like thankful that we were here.
Yeah.
To make sure his pet's happy.
Right.
That's the
Peaceful,
idea.
smooth.
And he did the same thing whenever I was there. Whenever he came to pick up his pet's ashes.
Yeah.
Again, like shook my hand. And was like, thank you. I really appreciate all you do.
Paris when they bring like cookies.
Yeah.
Thanks for killing. I am so sorry. Like, thank you so much for the cookies. I'm sorry for your loss. I should be getting you cookies.
Literally. I know.
But they bring us cookies.
Yeah.
Thanks, mommy.
Thanks, girl.
Tip street.
Sometimes trouble. I don't know. Have you tried the brownie batter one?
No, and I think I would fuck with that. I
It's
think I
really
would
good.
really fuck with that.
It's really
Especially if it
good.
were like a little.
Yes. In the microwave. I had one. Somebody brought us scrapple cookies at work, and that was my first time trying it. And I was like, I put it in the microwave.
Yeah.
And then I made us go a couple times.
No, I like the double chocolate from Tip Straits. The ones that are like the brownie ones that are like warm.
Have you had the like 6 Tree Factory brownie? They have like a peanut butter.
No.
So it's all good. It's my favorite. Ooh,
Dogs
that's so good. Anyways,
can't eat chocolate.
what's the most emergency you've dealt with?
Well, it's a
Or
cat. I keep like trying to go into it, but it's a cat. But it's I had a cat just literally drop dead in the exam room after I got his vitals. I got his vitals and he got so stressed, had a cardiac event, and the owners called me back into the room and I had to rush him to the back for CPR. And we did compressions. We did 5 rounds of compressions, couldn't get him back. And yeah, it was deemed like some kind of cardiac event.
I mean, you like there.
A wellness visit. His vaccines.
Horrendous.
Yeah, his vaccines. He was 2. It was so crazy. And he wasn't even like particularly stressed. His vitals were
Right.
normal.
Yeah.
His vitals were normal. Pulse was maybe like 160. You know, a little high. But I mean, it's a cat,
Yeah.
you know.
We had one like that kind of in BC. It was a dog, though, a big dog. It was whenever I started in January 2020, so 2 months later we shut down.
Me too.
So we were doing a curbside
Yeah.
with us. I think it was originally there for like Sunday maybe or something, like something chill. And we had like a partition. There was runs here, and then behind that was like our.
Yeah.
So we were all at the computers. The dog lets out like a howl, bad one, and we kind of look at each other and we're like, what was that? And then we go to check on her, and she's just dead in the run. And we're like, hello? It's like during lunchtime, so a lot of people are gone. It was me, the tech that trained me, and then our like owner/doctor. We did do CPR at the time.
Right.
Like, what do we even do? This is like an 80-pound dog. We're literally dragging to
Oh my god.
awful, horrible experience. I forgot that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, literally just dropped dead.
That's
So
fucking
crazy.
cool.
It's so crazy. So crazy.
Yeah, no history of any like heart issues or anything.
Have you ever, you're gonna want to edit this one out. Have you like euthanized a pet and it like,
And then it not die.
yeah, like I had one that we pushed the youth solution and it sat up and it looked at me and it screamed and then it died. I will never forget it. I will never forget
We
it.
had one. I wasn't the one dealing with it, but it was one of our hilarious, like more senior techs. And it was on Halloween, and it was a black cat, and she was already like a little superstitious.
Mm.
And then this cat, she was like, okay, we were at the freezer, and then she screamed. We were like, and she was like, the cat just moved. The cat moved. It's not dead. And we were like, huh? We had to push like 3 more doses. Insane. I don't know what that. I don't know what
That's about.
Could they like not do that? We had a little similar. We had a kitten come in, stray. Our receptionist brought it back. Like, I think it's had a tech just like briefly look at it, didn't appear to be breathing, just like that. But she didn't actually like this. So, I was bagging a patient, and the receptionist was gonna talk this kitten for be sent off for cremation or whatever. She puts it in the bag, and the kitten moves, and she was like, oh my god, it's alive! It's alive! Oh my god, it's alive! It was very, but still. I think we ended up actually heavily anemia. I think we ended up using an expired, like a couple days expired bag of blood on it. But still, he bit the shit. But yeah, I'm so glad he moved, or he would have.
Freezer.
Yep. You know what I hate when owners are like,
I'm gonna tell you.
you don't want to know. I don't want to know, and
I don't.
I hate
Right.
actually. So
I would rather not know.
me too. It's something I actively don't think about.
Right.
So I'm not gonna let you know that.
Whenever I euthanized my cat, I didn't go to work the days he was in the freezer. I didn't go back to work till he was out of the freezer because I was like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. I had one of my friends was a behavior specialist, but she also like tech part time, and she had to euthanize a like hospice officer that she had, and she did the same thing. She was like, I can't be there
In the freezer.
there.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of lucky. Whenever I euthanized my dog, I had like a long string of days off after, so I didn't have to go back for like almost like but I was because I wouldn't have been able to like do my job knowing that they're there. Like that would have just
Yeah, and like whenever you do what we do, you can't be at work and not be focused.
Yeah, literally. I wanted to talk about all that we do as pets.
Yeah, yeah.
Like from a GP standpoint, like you're going in, getting vitals, getting a full history, then relaying all of that information to the
Yeah.
and then you're drawing any blood samples, taking any X-rays that need.
Yeah, pictures there, yeah.
Yeah.
And then ultrasounds,
Yeah.
blood pressure.
Yeah, pulling up
Um,
vaccines,
yeah,
medication, running
running blood work, yeah,
like,
that alone is a skill.
yeah, doing your cytology.
Yeah, knowing how to read a
Yeah,
cytology.
not even like reading, but also like obtaining a proper sample
Yeah,
because it is like it matters.
yeah, absolutely.
And doing your filling medication. I know at my GP we had to like write all.
We did not have
I don't know.
we print
Thank
them,
God.
but we do have to get them checked with
Yeah.
somebody, like, initial them.
Yeah.
But no, techs do a lot, and, like, from a shelter standpoint, I mean, we're the first hands on the animal,
Yeah.
you know? We're the first hands on the animal, and we're with them up until they're put into a kennel and, you know, ready for their stray hole.
And you're like fully responsible for that. It doesn't have like in a shelter.
It doesn't have an owner. It doesn't have an owner, and, you know, a lot of times, especially on the weekends, we won't even have a doctor there, so it's like, you know,
Literally.
you have a lot of responsibility
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I mean, and then anesthesia too.
Anesthesia,
People don't.
it's big.
Yeah. People don't realize that like the techs that are running it.
Yeah,
I actually don't want the doctor to.
the
put
doctor
in-
touching that,
I
actually.
don't want them touching my machine. If they do,
No,
I'm gonna be mad.
right.
I don't want you. Like I have several doctors that I have like good relationships with,
Yeah,
and they're like, "What do you want to do for surgery?" And I'm like, "I'd like this, this, and this medication, please.
yeah,
I'd like it on a CRI so you don't have to
yeah,
lie." And they're like, "Okay, got it." I'm like, "Great,
yeah,
perfect." And like during a surgery, I think every tech's different. I'm not super vocal. Like obviously, if like shit's hitting the fan, I'm gonna talk.
right.
But like, I'm not consulting them before I adjust my gas.
Oh, see, I do.
Oh, I sure.
I sure do.
sure
I am so I'm like, I'm gonna da 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 da. And I don't really ask. I just kind of give them
Mention
a
it.
heads up.
That's fair.
Um, but I am very communicative
I mean,
in
yeah.
that way.
Like, I just and it's different based on each doctor.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we have like 10 doctors on staff. Like, every doctor's different on how I'm gonna operate with them and how
Mhm.
they prefer. And so I'll have some doctors that like ask throughout the surgery, like, all right, how are we doing? What are we on? Blah blah blah. I'm like, I got this, man. We're chill. Like, you'll know if I need.
Calm down.
Yeah. Like you'll know if we're in trouble. I promise. I'll ask them if I'm adjust medication.
Yeah.
Obviously, like if they're on steroids or
For
whatever,
sure.
I'm gonna be like, hey, can I bump this up? Like,
Yeah.
they're like
Like,
not vibing with this
yeah.
anesthesia right now. Like, but really, I don't have an issue. But like, if I need to turn the head down, I think they're a little. Like,
Yeah.
tell if it's like with
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
it's like actual medication.
Right.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
they don't want anesthesia. They don't know the anesthesia really. Like they baseline know like how it works in the baseline. And I've had so many doctors ask me the dumb questions about anesthesia, and I'm like, you're
You have
you
experience.
have a medical, and they're like, I don't have this with that. I'm like, you're
Maybe
right.
maybe you
Yeah, and I get so mad when doctors will try to like step in or be patient and you're girl, like do the cut part. You do your job, I'll do my job. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's something weird, I'm like
Yeah.
I mean specifically good about like teaching and
Yeah. Yeah. You're never too good to ask a question.
I learn so much every day.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this for, 6 years.
Absolutely.
And there's so much that I don't know and that I need to know, like that I didn't know even before going to emergency. Like general practice gave me such a great foundation
Mhm.
for a lot of skills, like ID capture,
Yeah.
drawing blood, whatever, like handling. But there's so
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of where I'm at too, is that GP really laid the foundation for what I'm doing now. So I'm thankful for it.
yeah, I would never like
Right. Yeah. It's a good starting.
yeah. I think starting with like that was great.
Yeah.
Like you have no experience.
Yeah. Go off.
Oh yeah, go off, go off, queen.
Go off.
Do your thing, diva. It's still just wild.
Where we at? My big advice, I think, would be just to trust us,
Yeah,
because we do know what we're doing, and we know what's gonna be best for your pet, and we have your pet's best interest at heart.
that
Like, I'm not gonna do anything that I think is gonna be detrimental to your pet.
right,
I am only here to help.
right.
And I need you to trust that I know what I'm doing. I need you to give me the wheel and let me do what I know how to do, and then I can guide you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I agree. I think especially from an ER standpoint, like it's also like I want to tell people sometimes like if we're not panicking, that's a good
yeah,
sign, girl. Like I will panic if when I need to panic. You panicking
does not help.
does not help me or make me or anybody move faster. 'Cause,
Right.
like I have so many people that come in that are panicking. And like I get it, it's an emergency to you. Like this is very traumatic and scary for you. But like in the grand scheme of things, it's not life or death in that moment.
Right.
And I know it's very scary for you, and we will take care of your pet, I promise. But like,
Right.
don't rush us when you're seeing us deal with patients that are coming in dead. Like, let's all have some perspective.
Right.
There are people dying. Ken.
Right.
Like your pet with diarrhea is a concern, and we will take care of it. But
Right.
like, let's just take a look at that for a minute.
People die.
Yeah, like I don't know, I've had doctors be like, "This is their worst day," and I'm like, "Yes, I get that, but again, let's have some
Let's
perspective
have some perspective.
for like owners need to have some perspective
Yeah.
too. Like, yes, we need to have perspective, and like, yes, this is their worst day. They're going through it, and I sympathize with that.
Yeah.
But maybe your pet waiting you what you want actually. You
Yeah.
don't want to be the
You
first
want.
one.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to have us all rushing to you. That would be a
No.
bad sign.
Right.
Actually, I was gonna do a summer PSA. It's hot
It's so hot.
for heat stroke.
Yes.
I see so many heat strokes starting
Especially in Texas.
Yes, starting in like March, I think we saw our first one. Maybe
Yeah.
February, the end of February, we saw our first heat stroke. It doesn't take much.
Doesn't take much.
And also if your pet is like a smushy face dog, like a
Bulldog.
French bulldog, English bulldog, Shih Tzu sometimes, any kind of those breeds are even more susceptible to heat stroke because they can't breathe. And that breathing and panting is how they like thermoregulate. So if they can't do that well, then they can't cool themselves off.
So don't leave your dog outside.
Yeah, don't leave your dog outside.
Don't leave your dog in a car.
Don't leave your dog in a car.
That's like major shitty.
Yeah. And even for like 10 minutes in 90-degree
Like
Texas
they
heat,
will die.
correct.
They will die.
Yeah. I've seen so many very preventable heat
It's
strokes.
so preventable.
I mean, any heat stroke is preventable.
Yeah.
Well, not really. I mean, I've had some that like the dogs got out of the yard,
Yeah.
running around for hours,
Yeah.
and like the owner finally got a hold of them, and there was heat stroke. And then like important signs to look for: excessive panting, like
Hyperpigmentation.
yes, hyperpigmentation.
So like if the gums and stuff are super, super red.
Yeah. Or when it gets real bad, they'll get like a gross muddy color.
Yeah.
That's all really bad. Or like some pets will just kind of lay over and not move at all for a while when they're in distress, or kind of heat stroking. I think every pet owner should also have a thermometer that's dedicated to their pet, check their temperature. I think technically anything over 106 is considered heat stroke.
Yeah. And federal orders start off to get one.
And normal for pets is higher, but still.
Normal for pets is 98.5 to 102.5.
Yeah, I've just seen so many heat strokes.
It's bad, especially here.
It's bad. And even if you do treat it, it's very expensive. They usually end up needing like plasma products and some intensive care. I mean, it's easily $15,000.
Yeah.
And that's not even with the dog.
Right.
That's another thing most pet owners know is like, we don't have a crystal ball.
Right. I can't guarantee that you're going to go home with your dog or
Yeah.
cat.
I can't guarantee you that this, 24 hours hospitalization is going to fix.
Right. I can hope.
I can hope just like you can, and like, but I can't guarantee that. I have to have that conversation. And some people like do not understand. They're like, oh, so we pay for the 24 hours, like he's better if I. No.
No.
Actually, no. Like
We hope.
I that's the hope,
That's
yes, but
the
like,
goal.
I cannot sit here and guarantee that. I cannot think.
Right.
I mean, some are worse. And also fleas kill.
Yeah.
Fleas can literally be deadly. I've had so many patients recently that are so horribly infested with fleas,
Just
and
anemic.
they're dying.
Yeah.
Of it. And people don't realize like, oh, it's just flea anemia. I'm like, no.
It's
You
flea
have
anemia. It's
you have
serious.
no blood in your body to circulate.
Right.
It's
Because the
real
fleas ate it
problem.
all.
Correct. Like it's a real problem, and it will kill your pet. And in Texas, you need to be on flea
Prevention.
preventative and heart preventative. You're always need of. Send in your questions that you want to ask them that text. GP questions, shelter questions, emergency questions, any pet question, and hopefully we can answer next time we're on. Bye.